You don't even drink coffee.
Oh, yeah, like a milkshake or...
Oh, you get a milkshake. Oh.
You don't want to say a milkshake thing.
This includes venues as well, so when you go out, get that rig out before you get kicked out. That's something I live by.
Because I know we'd go to horse camps and you'd meet everyone, and then everyone you want to keep in touch with. You'd get on MSN and then...
You want to readdress that?
What?
What kind of camps are you going on?
Anyway, week of a lifetime. It was absolutely massive. I was all over the place, driving hours
Didn't
and
you
hours
just
a day.
do your weekly update?
Well, that was not it. I didn't
All right. I think we're laughing.
Root. We're in 2023. No, this is the second episode of 2023, isn't it?
First things first, I just want to jump straight to the chase here. I was thinking of a total rebrand of the podcast. A complete name change. Yeah, I know.
I actually, where does this come from?
I've been thinking about it. I was thinking we should change it to the annual. Because like we roughly do like one episode per year. This is absolutely slack. And the road guide could be a section of the annual. So that way, there's no expectation on us to like deliver weekly or fortnightly or whatever. We just deliver once a year, at the minimum, and any more than that, then it can be kind of ironic. But think about that. Mull it over. The annual. How good is that?
I don't mind it. It's actually got a bit of a
The road
ringing.
guide is a section in there. The big call is a section in there. Think about it, dude. Think about it. And if you're listening on the Instagram, let us know. The annual or the road guide. We have to tear it all up. I was expecting a bit more opposition to this, Dos, but you seem to be quite taken by it.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a ring to it. And like, I'm just sick of freaking having it. My accent's too hard to say the road guide. No one ever gets it first go. No one. I was like, the road guide. And they're like, the road? The road guide?
The road guide. Is it like a Google Maps or something?
Yeah. Well, that could be the third option. Do we just change it to the road guy?
Anyway, dude, let's get to the actual meat and potatoes here. It's time for the weekly update. It's only been 1 week since our last time we chatted.
The 6
in
monthly
January.
update. Yeah.
What's been going on, dude?
Well, obviously, I've got back in country. So I was in Guatemala last time everybody heard from me, and back. Just managed. I actually had this moment. So when I was on the flight back, and mind you, it took me 55 hours to get home, but on the way back, I was sitting there on the Qantas flight, and I was like, "Holy shit, bro! Like, you didn't get stabbed, you didn't die." I was actually a little bit surprised. I was very happy with that. Mind you. I know it's so annoying because
I'll be honest, I'm genuinely surprised as well. I'm surprised. Everyone I told about the trip is surprised. Genuinely, so stoked you're alive.
Yeah, definitely. But I love that our last episode was about not getting robbed, and sure enough, I got robbed. So I didn't adhere to the road guide's advice.
That's right. Yeah, we were talking a big game. Well, I was talking a big game about going to war with a busload of locals, and
sure enough, I got robbed in Colombia, as you'd probably expect, pickpocketed. So it's not even a cool story. I definitely afterwards I was like, you know what?
You didn't even know it happened. It didn't even really happen. It's just something was there and then it was gone.
I was walking with my KFC on the way home, and then sure enough, there's nothing in my pocket, and I was like, oh, this sucks. But like, if it was like gunpoint, that would have been great. Like, because that's a story. You survive, you're fine. Or if they tried to fight me, like, I would have won, but like they probably would have hit me a few times, so it wouldn't have been as
robbed
cool.
If they tried to fight you. You would have just single-handedly sorted them out.
Yeah, it would have been GG from the get-go. So, yeah, that sucked. And then, sure enough, went to Brazil. I partied for 20 hours one day of carnival.
Wow.
So
Too much for me, dude. Too much. I actually felt sick to my stomach watching your Snapchats and your Instagram stories, because I'm not there. I'm not that guy anymore, dude.
Yeah, but it's crazy because it's not like ridiculous party. It's just like a perfectly balanced party where it's not too hard. Like, we went to a Beatles blocko, which is like the street parties, and so there's like 60,000 people there at like 8 a.m, 36 degrees all day in the sun drinking.
My nightmare, dude.
Yeah, and then we went to this. We just me and this guy that I met that morning, this English fella, we're like, let's just follow the locals, see where they go. And so we follow the locals to like another party, and we get on 2 different trains all the way across Rio de Janeiro, and we get out, and there's like 10,000 people in this blocko, and I was like, all right, this is pretty good. And then we look around, and we're the only gringos in the whole 10,000. I was like, oh shit, all right. And we literally said to each other, we're like, because it's pretty sketchy in Rio as soon as it gets after dark. So we were just like,
it sounds like the I Am Legend, dude.
That's literally what it was. Like, the sun started to go down, like, behind the buildings, and instantly everybody started calling it, like, a lot of the blokes started calling us gringos, like, which isn't a nice thing to say. And they were just starting to say it real casually a lot. And I was just like,
they can't use that word. Only we can use that word.
Yeah. I looked at my mate, I was like, let's get out of here. He's like, I was literally thinking the same thing. Like, you could feel the eyes. But yeah, no, that was right. Then we went to some dodgy suburb and partied for another 8 hours. And yeah, sure enough, did it all again the next day.
Unreal, dude. Sure, what have I been doing? So I didn't leave the country. 6 months. I haven't really gone anywhere. I barely left Longreach, to be honest with you. Currently, there's a thick layer of dust inside of half of my house. It's like being carried all throughout the house. We took the roof off, basically, and had to clean 100 years of dust outside of the ceiling, which was an experience. And I was basically got a blow dryer, took to the ceiling, and absolutely just launched it right onto the fire station next door. At one point, I'm just blasting this plume of dust over their way. I can see the fireys come out, and I'm friendly with them because I'm their neighbour, and it's a small town. But there was like a grimace, a look of like, yeah, all right, mate. Like, I'm like, sorry guys, is this all right? And they're like, yeah, mate, yeah, that's all right. So anyway, the next day I saw them out with their blower, just trying to clean up all the dust everywhere. And right now, pretty much, but we've got the new roof on, so we're laughing. We're kind of impenetrable now. But yeah, aside from that, man, I've been kicking around at Longreach, not really getting robbed, not really having any cultural experiences per se, cleaning dust mostly. Yeah. So things been really looking up for me, dude.
Well, that does sound a bit like Longreach.
I have been trying to get you out here though, but I don't know if that's a conversation for this time. But Dos, you don't have much longer until you're off to Canada, but I was thinking maybe, spend the next few months in Longreach, bank up some cash, living with your boy Dan, pump out the annual podcast, and call it a day.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I definitely want to quit. I think every day last week I wanted to quit.
Shout out Nigel Frank, big listener of the program.
If you're listening,
Dos actually got hired through the pod, but now he's trying to get fired through the pod.
I'm keen for a redundancy if they're about. Just slide me over. I'll take 3 weeks, not 6. Like, I'll even go down a little bit. Just get me out of there. But the best way to get out of anywhere is to run. And I reckon this week we do the road guide to fitness.
I don't know how he does it. Every time I think Dos is the brawn, I'm the brains. He pulls out a segue like that. It is the road guide to fitness, and we are. Well, speaking for myself, perhaps I'm absurdly qualified to speak on this topic. I'm an endurance machine. I cannot stop. I literally am built to run, to go forever. Actually, genuinely medically diagnosed, built different. After I did a couple of marathons, which I passed out in, let's not talk about that. That doesn't really help my case. I had to go to the doctor because I was like peeing black and stuff like that. It just wasn't a good look. And the doctor.
Wait, you were peeing black?
Yeah, I was actually. It was really I was really dangerous, to be honest with you. But the fact I'm still alive is proof that I'm built different. Anyway, I went to the doctor and he did tests on my heart, and he found that every now and then my heart double pumps, like double beats. So it's just absolutely launching blood through my body. In some cases, that's actually a massive concern, but it's not for me. I spin it a different way. The other thing he did was he tested my lung capacity, and I've got 20% stronger lungs than other blokes. So that's pretty hype too. So I'm physically built different. Mentally, I'm built different. Ran 110 Ks a couple of weeks ago.
Dos, can you top that?
Well, speaking of tests, I the BMI test that you sort of do online. You do your height and your weight.
Yeah.
So I'm in like rare territory with that because I'm considered obese. which is utter bullshit. Like, I have some abs. I have some freaking abs. I've run a marathon. I go to gym all the freaking time. Oh, mate. It's just like, there's so many things in the world that just hate tall people. And the BMI test is the epitome of it. Like,
is it?
Well, you're meant to be like 90 kilos or something at 6'4". Like, you would be a freaking stick. That wouldn't be healthy.
Right. I mean, I'm like well and truly under 80 kilos, dude. What's your slant?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't. Yeah, you're only 5'10", so like, it shouldn't really.
Oh, bro, I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot and I'm 6'1" back when I was on the dating apps.
Yeah, fair enough. We like that. Yeah. Well, I think I must be, going over the obese level just because like it doesn't factor in the extra weight that I've accumulated for just like being a straight up unit. I reckon there's a level there that is added.
Yeah, that's because it's generic. It doesn't factor in, variables like that, which I'm sure exist and aren't absolute methods of coping with being called obese.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this ego is freaking heavy, man. Like, I've done a bit to it. Well, I guess.
All right. So you've got two really on both ends of the spectrum here. Whether you're a peak athlete in your prime, or you're more like DOS, then we definitely cater for all shapes and sizes.
Well, speaking of sizes, good way to sort of get to your ideal size would be step one, sign up to a gym. That's the simple, easy process. And but the problem is, obviously don't go because it's the first time you signed up, so you get too awkward. Go there once, twice, and then you just don't go again. But the thing is, you keep paying for it. So the more you pay for it,
lifelong membership.
Exactly, yeah. And you sign up for 12 months, 2 years, whatever, and you're still paying for it. And you start to feel bad about it. So, and that feeling bad about it slowly gets worse and worse and worse until you're actually ready to make change. And so that's, it's a financial cost, but
because you hate yourself so much, you're just like, man, I'm not only am I not going to the gym, but I'm putting myself in a real financial bind here as well. I need to get my life sorted.
Yeah, it's a double whammy. I know it. I don't know if it worked for me. Oh no, I just had footy clubs pay for my membership, so that didn't really. Man,
well, there you go. There's a fitness goal for you. Get good enough that someone pays your gym membership, so then you don't go to the gym and you don't feel guilty and you just become obese by the sounds of it. It's all making sense. I'm not sure this carrying the weight of being a unit or your ego. I think there's a bit more to this.
Shit.
Come to think of it.
Step 2. How about that? Let's move on.
Step 2. Well, this is why I advocate for running and for endurance sports. You tend to be doing something for hours and hours and hours, and you simply cannot be doing any type of physical activity for hours and not be absolutely burning calories like a demon. I find that, recently actually, my 110 kilometer race, I think I burnt 8,000 calories, which is, I think you roughly go, you naturally burn like 2,500 calories or 3,000 calories a day. So that was basically, I burnt 3 days worth of calories in one run, which meant that for the next 3 days, I could pretty much eat whatever I wanted. It would be a challenge to actually, put on weight in that time. So basically, I find that running or endurance sport or fitness over a long period of time offsets unhealthy eating. You can basically go out, do your morning run, like I would, maybe, go out on a Sunday morning and do an hour or two, burn 3,000, 4,000 calories. And I challenge you to eat that many calories. It is literally impossible. You could eat the sweetest stuff. You could drink as much beers as you possibly can. You won't be able to do it. And you'll still lose weight, get fitter, tone up, achieve your dream body. That's my advice, basically. Exercise, offset eating. It's easy.
Here's one. So you burnt, 7,000 calories? Was that right? 8,000. 8,000.
8,000, yeah.
And you ran 100...
It's on Strava as well, so it's legit.
You won 100 kilometres.
110. 16 hours.
That's why I asked. So when I ran my marathon, which is 42, I burnt... What did I burn? I burnt 13,000. So here's one for you. The bigger you are,
you didn't.
The more calories you burn, and the more you can eat doing the less effort. So maybe obese is cool,
That actually checks out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that actually makes sense.
I'm pretty sure I go close to 8,000 when I run 10, man.
Bro, that's crazy. Oh my god, dude, you need. I'm worried about you, man.
I don't get it.
This is alarming me. We need to talk.
I'm healthy, I swear.
Step 3. What's it? So step 3. Prove to us you're healthy. Give us something. Give us some advice on step 3.
So obviously,
it sounds healthy.
Obviously, after a night out, after you've had a bunch of booze,
A night out.
Yeah, well, think you go out, you're on the booze, you have a bit of a feed. You should be eating before you drink because we all know how that ends. And so, yeah, you go out, you know, you got what? You're going to pay $30. Well, now Uber's super expensive as well. You're going to pay $30-$40 to get home. Nah. Think of your fitness. This is where you come and just think of step 3.
You're broke because you've got a gym membership.
Exactly, and that you're not paying for, that you're not going to. So, so this is where you get it in. You know, you just run home. It's as simple as that. You just run home and you're burning calories while you're drunk. And for me, sometimes I used to black out and I'd run home and I wouldn't even know until the next day. And I'd be like, oh, how good's that?
Again, something that medically just doesn't sound right. That sounds like a bit of a way, but keep going.
You're burning calories
I've got a
effectively
question on this.
in your sleep. That's the way I look at it.
How close do you live to the clubs? How far away are you from the clubs where you are?
To be fair, these days I'm not far away. I'm about...
Well, I was about to say, I live in Longreach, and for all our listeners living in Longreach, I'm pretty sure it's the entire population, so like 2,000 people. They'll know, well, for me, I'm probably less than 200 metres away from the best nightlife spot here.
Yeah.
So I would barely get into... My fast twitch muscles are so embarrassingly slow that I would barely get into a jog before I got home. I'd just be starting to accelerate, and then I'd get home, and then I'd probably burn 1-2 calories. So I don't know about that. I need to lap around town, and even then that's still probably 400 meters. So not great advice if you're in a small town, but possibly it checks out if you're in a city.
But if I run my 2Ks home, I burn 8,000 Ks 8,000 calories.
Yeah, if it be for you, it would be 8,000 calories.
I burn 1,000 calories if I just walk on the dance floor.
Hey, do you wear a fitness watch or a tracker of any sort when you go out?
Nah, it's not fashionable, bro. I wear wristbands.
I wear the things you get when you go into a club. Do they still give you those? Like the little when you walk in, do you get the strap on?
Whoa, what clubs you go to?
Different type of exercise, man. Different type of exercise.
We're going to clubs in Germany, baby. No, that's only for VIP shit. And this podcast hasn't really taken off yet, so I'm still getting stamps like a peasant.
Yeah. You could probably afford to get in the VIP if you cancel that gym membership. I actually just went back to the gym for the first time in at least a month and a half, maybe 2 months today. I don't know what serendipitously happened, but and of course I did chest. Had to get straight back into it, get the chest cranking. But anyway, step 4. It's all about accountability. Let's say that. It's all about showing people you're exercising, proving that you're doing something so that people know, hey, he's actually doing the work, and you get this, the satisfaction of people saying, hey mate, looking good, hey mate, doing well, that was fast, that looks strong, blah blah blah. So basically you've got to post. The gym selfie has been since the dawn of time. It's been
the Greeks were doing it
pretty much.
The Greeks were doing it.
Yeah. Socrates was just absolutely a fiend.
They were doing OGs, with the little schlong out as well. They weren't afraid of anything.
Straight in the sauna for a picture with the boys. Yeah. So they loved the
Get a sculptor. We got a photo with the boys.
What's that? The statue of David. David's looking ripped. Get Michelangelo over here. We need this guy, bloody
Mick.
Oh, he's got workout dick though, so it's gonna look a little bit shriveled up. Anyway, so there you go. Wow, since the dawn of time. And the cave paintings as well. I'm sure those were all just lifting pics. Strava. This is my point. You need to follow me on Strava. By the way. Dan Prosser, Daniel Prosser.
Every freaking season. We didn't even get 2 episodes in before the Strava shout out is coming.
You got to get on Strava. Not only if you wear a watch or something like that, it shows people your calories. You can't lie. The stats don't lie. I mean, unless the GPS is off or unless you're putting in a different height or a different weight. Maybe you go into your Strava settings and you list your height as 6'1", which isn't entirely accurate. But it's all about posting it. You get the kudos, you get people talking about you. They get to see your little GPS runs. That's motivation. That keeps you going. And you know, when you fall off the face of the earth, those same people will hit you up in real life and be like, I haven't seen you on Strava, or I haven't seen you posting any gym pictures recently. You can't have that. That's affecting your social life then. And, you know, it all should work in symbiosis for sure.
Well, speaking of kudos, step 5 is shag, you know? Have a bit of the fun time, a bit of the sexy sex. And, get a bit of kudos, put that on Strava. And
mate, you know you're talking to road guide listeners. No one's going to be able to follow this step.
Well, if they can't follow that one, this is simple. It's yin and yang. If you can't be shagging, you should be crying in the shower, which both burn similar amounts of calories, I believe.
And we can make this trendy as well. Ice baths are all the rage. Just have a cold shower. And then you basically, you can probably take a selfie of that actually, of you crying in a cold shower. And be like, hey, hashtag ice bath, hashtag Wim Hof method, et cetera, et cetera.
And it also becomes a steam room, because if you're crying enough, they're warm tears hitting that ice bath, which creates steam, which then creates a steam room. So you get a bit of everything.
There you go. Cry in the shower, which seems to be step 5 every single week.
It's consistent performer at step 5.
It works. There you go. That's the road guide to fitness, given to you by someone who is washed. I'll be honest, I'm a bit washed, but
mate,
a washed man and an obese man.
Obese man, yeah. I peaked freaking 12 years ago.
All right. Well, someone who possibly didn't peak 12 years ago, maybe she did. I don't know. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her, but is none other than a big call guest that, Dos, you have a long history with.
Yeah, an interesting history, that's for sure. We got Ella Prendergast, which I think I've nailed that. I took a bit of practice to make sure I had my English accent on. And, calling in all the way from the UK.
Hello.
Hey Ella, I'm so curious. I honestly not a name I'm familiar with, but I'm very excited to meet you, and I'm hoping that you've got a great story about, firstly, how you and Dos met.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll get into that. So I'm from I am from England, the UK.
For those that don't know where England is,
just to clarify that, I'm actually from a town called Rugby, which, fun fact, is where the sport was invented. In case you didn't know that.
Are you having me on? This can't be a true fact.
No,
do you not know that?
Googled
Do you not know this story? It's true. Did you Google it?
Yeah, I did early on. Yeah, I Googled it when we were chatting. I was like, she's
it's
full
legit.
of it.
It checks out.
It does check out.
Yeah. I'm from AFL. AFL was made. It's like, it just doesn't sound right.
Yeah, people think I'm lying, but it's true. William Webb Ellis, he was playing football, and then he picked up the ball halfway through, and then that became rugby.
Everybody get him.
I was living in London before COVID. So I think...
Now you're just making up more names. London,
seriously. Yeah, there. And yeah, I think it was 2019, I think. And basically I matched with Hayden on Hinge. And we were meant to go on a date, but I bailed because, no, I'm joking. I just wasn't free.
Because I'm sane. I'm intelligent.
So cool. No,
I'm an educated girl.
It's actually because I the day before, because I'm a dancer, and I went to Hamburg to do a dance audition, and then when I got back,
Is Hamburg where hamburgers were made?
Yeah. No, I was just super tired, so I asked if we could reschedule, but and for context, Hayden was living in London at the time, weren't you?
Yeah.
He was going to make the flight. He's like, I'm already in Dubai.
Yeah, I'm already halfway.
And yeah, by the time we went to, reschedule a date, lockdown happened. So then he had to go back to Australia, and then it just never happened. But so that's how we have never met, but know each other.
I love it. You're the closest thing to like someone we haven't met.
Yeah.
We've had on the pod. So this is exciting.
This is
A true roger.
a true roger, a passionate roger that only just started listening 3 weeks ago.
I mean, this could be the first date, really. You know, with a little third wheeler.
Oh, this is my
Dan.
dream. I always
Yeah.
wanted to be there for Doss's first date with someone, and that way I can be a part of the love story from the start.
Oh, yeah.
I actually always wanted to have a first date on the pod. I always thought that would be quite interesting. It'd be awkward.
Should I leave? I mean, I can step out.
We can see how much dead air we could have in a couple of hours.
All right, so Ella, we've got you on the line for the big call. It's the all-important part of the program where basically we get someone on. They tell us a bit about themselves, as you have. Thank you very much. And then they tell us a story where they had to make a big call, a moment in their life where they had a decision to make. And when you get to that point where you have to make the decision, we'll let you know what we would have done. And we always are honest, and we don't gas ourselves up as fantastic fighters in terrible situations and all other kinds of crazy stuff. We'll be as genuine as we can, and let you know what we think. And then you tell us what you were going to do. So, Ella, what is your big call?
Okay, so mine's a little bit of a kind of dating relationship kind of scenario. So I'd met this guy, and within a month, I think we were then in a relationship, which for me, that's quite quick.
What do you mean you think you were in a relationship?
Well,
How does that work?
did I say that? Did I say think?
Yeah. It sounds like it's a healthy relationship from the get-go.
Well, this is kind of the point of it. So I very early on could tell he was a bit of a player, very flirty, probably wasn't the type of person you should get in a relationship with. But he asked me, and I did. I just went with it.
Let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, I was like, this probably isn't going to be long term, so I'll just have fun with it in the meantime.
It'll be character building.
Yeah, exactly.
Gym motivation. It'll be fitness motivation. Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then about a month into us actually being officially together, he texts me one day. Basically, I'll summarise it for now, saying how he'd been a little bit of a naughty boy. He'd been up to some naughty business with someone else, and because it was so early on, and I knew what type of person he was, I wasn't shocked by it, but I was still quite upset, and I was thinking, I need to break up with this guy. Like, I can't stand for this. I look like a mug. I have to break up with him right here, right now. But we had a holiday planned for like
5
days later.
I was like, I knew it.
How quickly did you have a holiday booked in?
I know, he was the most like spontaneous person I'd ever been with. So probably within 2 days of knowing each other, he was like, should we go on holiday? And I was like, okay. So it was all very, very speedy. But yeah, and I never thought I'd find myself in that situation where, I'd always heard of people staying with someone just because they've got a holiday, and I thought, who the hell would do that? And then I found myself in that situation, basically debating.
But Greece just sounded so fun.
Yeah, I did. So my big cool question is, would you have stuck it out because you knew you had a holiday and, you weren't sure if you were going to get a refund, you're excited for the holiday, or would you have been like, no, breaking up with you, I don't care about the holiday?
Yeah,
Doss,
I like this.
I think we've got the same. I reckon we're going to have the exact same response here.
Oof. I need a bit more information first, though. So where is the holiday?
So...
If it's to rugby, I don't know, or if it's to soccer, I don't know if that's a holiday.
I'm not going to soccer here.
It was to Scotland, which is only a drive.
Ooh,
it was like an 8-hour drive, which was also a problem because...
Oh, you're in the car with him for 8 hours.
Together for 8 hours.
Yeah, and I couldn't drive, so it's
This
not like I
changes
could
everything.
just do the holiday myself. I kind of, if I wanted to go, I needed to go with him because he had to drive me there. So, so yeah, it was like 5 days, 5 days in Scotland. Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
All right. So what I was thinking, and good question, Doss. Always asking the key cutting questions there. But I was thinking, like, if you're going on a plane somewhere, then I would probably just end it and then suffer the plane ride. I would have just gone, like, sat next to him, been like, I hate your guts, hate you, blah blah blah. But still probably gone and had a good time. But
because it's 50-50 if they would go as well. If you broke up, everything's booked.
Yeah.
Like, you could still. There's a chance that they won't go. So, like, yeah, that's a sneaky one. But obviously, a drive.
That being said,
drive changes things.
No. Let's see. Well, Scotland, no. International. Amazing you can just go international on a drive. Like, I can't relate.
So, fun fact, it's not technically international according to my app that tells me where I've been in the world. And I was very
Am I
heartbroken.
coming across uncultured?
Yeah.
Am I coming across a mug?
Yeah, sorry, bro.
No, that's embarrassing. That's
But
embarrassing.
shout out Scotland. I absolutely love that place. And I definitely would have. Or would I? I think I would have. But I'm a disciple of chaos. So... but then again, I'm so vulnerable. You know what I'm like. If a chick hurt me, I'd be crying in the shower. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I imagine her strategy probably would have been to, like, make you feel as uncomfortable as possible early in the drive. So you just go, just drop me off here. I'm going home. I'm gonna run back home or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got to say though, an 8-hour car trip with someone that did that, no thank you, absolutely not. And Ella, by God, if you this is essentially like an Uber driver that you hate, an Uber driver that has, like, dropped you off at the wrong place numerous times, and you're like, oh, I can't take it.
One more.
I can't do it. I'm out.
All right, Alan, what did you do? Rip off the Band-Aid.
Okay, so to me there was only two options. It's either I break up with him, or if I do go on holiday, I've got to enjoy the holiday, so I can't be mad at him. So, do you know what I mean? Because I thought that's then very...
The mental gymnastics.
Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry, can I just quickly... I don't think I actually said what I wanted to do. So what I would have done is I wouldn't have broken up with him, would have done the holiday, come back, and then got rid of him. Yeah, the day, or on the way back, so that they can suffer in the 8 hours on the way back.
Ooh.
Yeah, do some emotional damage on the play the reverse card. But sorry, go on. What happened?
So that was meant to be my plan. So I did go on holiday with him, and I thought I'll just enjoy it. I'll forget about it, and then when I get back, I'm going to break up with him. Did I? No. So,
oh no! And we're still together to this day.
No, and ended up breaking up a few months more down the line. But you know what? I had such a good holiday. Like, I'm so glad I went. Like, Scotland's amazing. It was so good.
Another shout out to Scotland.
The Loch Ness monster, saw everything.
Oof.
But yeah.
Just quickly, that's incredible. I'm really happy for you, actually. Good for you. I don't know if I could have done it, but well played. Really quickly, just on a side note here, the Loch Ness monster. I was literally talking about that this morning.
Oof.
There have not been sightings or pictures of that thing in 10 years. I don't reckon
I
since
saw her.
even though
I saw her.
it exists.
I saw the Loch Ness monster.
You're joking. You actually saw her.
Yeah, we went kayaking 21 miles across the Loch Ness. Worst day of my life.
You went kayaking for 21 miles?
Yeah, honestly, we were the slowest couple. It was awful. But yeah, I saw her tail come out of the water, so that was kind of cool.
You genuinely
What?
did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I don't know. I know this is a whole different thing, but like, I don't know if this is true or if they pay you once you cross the border in Scotland. But all right, just fucking tell someone, here's 10 quid. Just tell someone you saw the Loch Ness monster.
No, it's true. It's true.
Can you describe it really quickly? I'm curious now.
Oh,
This is
just
the
like
Loch Ness monster episode.
Really, really thick body, and I just kind of saw like a little hump come out of the water. She was really sweet. It just kind of, popped up for a moment and then went back down. Went back down under, so yeah.
You knew you were going to try and drop an Aussie accent.
I love an Aussie accent, honestly.
Here we go. Cut her off.
Well, Ella, thanks so much for jumping on. I don't know what time it is over in the US of K, but hopefully it's not too late or too early. It is getting late for me, and I need to go to bed, so I'll be cutting it up here. But thanks so much for chatting, and thanks for reinvigorating the legend of the Loch Ness monster. I was really sad today. I was like, no one cares about Nessie anymore, but now I'm glad it lives on.
Yeah, you got some Monday morning chat.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
So yeah, obviously that was Ella on the pod, and we got one last segment for the show, which is obviously our fan favourite that everyone
never controversial,
everyone
always a
forgets
safe
about.
bet.
Yeah, is here's one for you. So I just lost it. Give me 1 second.
It's the thing you say when you're about to you preface something controversial or something that might be an unpopular opinion. Here's one for you. Here's something. Here's an idea. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't stand by it. Here's one for you.
And so I couldn't remember. Obviously, you got my phone pickpocketed. I used to keep the notes of this stuff on my phone. But then it got
sad.
pickpocketed.
That's the biggest loss. Yeah. It's really hurt the pod.
But I went to message Pross. I was like, maybe I sent it in the chat. So I typed in, here's one for you. And sure enough, here's one that's popped up from 2016, and it's from our favorite host Pross, and so it comes. Oi,
what was I? I was like 21 or 22. I like to think that I had my my mental growth spurt at 24. So this is 3 years before I was worth anything to anyone. So I'm actually, I haven't heard this. I'm genuinely concerned. And I hope that you're making a good decision. And it's too early in the game for us to be cancelled for anything that I might have said.
Yeah. So, yeah, you were like, oi, here's one for you. And then proceeded to go on. What do you do when a sprouter asks you're to buy them drinks, but they tell you they are 18 and lost their license?
Wow, I can't believe it. It's worse than I could possibly have imagined. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea.
Well, like, we got the follow-up, so, like, we could justify things here, which I haven't even read yet, so hopefully they're all right.
Okay, thank God. I'm burning up here, dude. I got no idea. I don't know what you're thinking, dude.
So my response was, what, at a club? And you were like, nah, wait, what? You said, nah, at a store. Got hit up the other day, was like, nah, soz.
I don't remember this at all.
There's some things that I'm not going to say out loud after that from me. But
you're lucky. You've got the benefit of being able to censor that. You're just going to throw me under the bus.
No, I did say I would have bought them then. I would have bought it for them. And then you were like, yeah, fair trade, but didn't want to affect your criminal history. So there you go. Well, you got two different sides of that. So those that don't understand Sunshine Coast, coastal slang from 2016, sprouters were just girls under 18, basically. So that, and they were looking to buy drinks.
What did I say again?
So
what did I say?
You said, what do you do when a sprouter asks you to buy them drinks, basically? And then they said, but they tell you they were 18 and lost their license.
Gosh, all right, good. I thought it was like I was being hit on or something, and it was a romantic situation. I was just really hoping that I wasn't going down that road back in 2016. Well, that's a great question, actually. Now that we mention it,
what would you have done? What would you do now? What would you do now?
I wouldn't do it.
Mate,
I
they've
can't
lost
do it.
their license.
I'm a public figure. I'm a public figure now. I can't do it. I'm sorry, mate. I'm cool with being a loser. I've got my lovely fiance. I don't need anyone else.
No, it's not about, mate. It's not about picking up these girls. They've lost their license.
No,
you know how annoying it is when you lose your license?
I'm just saying I'm happy to be a loser. I do know. I never have my license with me. I frequently get pulled over by the cops, and I'm like, I left it at home, and they bloody give me the go and get that stuff sorted. Next time won't be. There won't be a warning, but they always give me a warning, so it's cash. But yeah, no, I hear ya. I wouldn't do it though. I'm a stickler. Couldn't do it.
But they said they're 18. Why would they lie? What do they gain from lying?
Yeah, what's the gain by lying to this person that can buy alcohol? That's a great question. That is a really great question. I guess I just got scared when you said sprouter. I was like, oh, this is controversial territory.
Yeah, it's good. This could go a few ways here. But yeah, well,
No, wouldn't do it.
No.
I don't know if I did.
nah. You said nah. You said nah, soz.
Nice.
So well played. Well played. Good boy through and through.
Yeah. Still, clearly in 2016, I was starting to get a bit of moral fibre about me, which is really lovely to see. Become the person, the public figure that I am today. Let's face it.
All right, wrap it up. I've had enough of this bloody processed sausage fest.
Dos, fantastic to be back on the pod after 4 months or 5 months without an episode, and having not uploaded that episode 4 months ago. So,
And I do apologise for deleting all the footage of me at the bar. Well, yeah, that was a bit annoying. That was yeah.
and I do apologise for not having. I thought I had everything charged, but clearly not. And now I'm on the phone just with the audio. So. Clearly, we're still learning, even after 4 years or however long we've been doing it.
We still got no idea.
4 years, 6 episodes. It's been prolific, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's been a grind.
All right, Dos.
Well, as we say,
a pleasure as always.
I can't remember what we say.
Get down low and
row your boy to the Loch Ness monster.
Right, there you go. Yeah, row your boat to the Loch Ness Monster. There you go. It's poetic.
Fell at it.